Hello everyone, welcome to Crypt the Necrodancer. I did like, I don't know, 4 or 5 videos of this over the past 4 or 5 years. I still love this game, play it pretty often, you know, with whatever characters I sort of feel like doing. And like last week or something, I recorded a daily and I got the sound levels wrong. You couldn't really hear the music, it wasn't very watchable, so I didn't upload it. But I thought I'd do a daily. I don't normally play the dailies myself. I don't play that much Cadence unless I just kind of want to autopilot out a win without having to worry about it. And certainly I am capable of losing with Cadence, but it's hard work to lose. And one way to do it would be to try to record and talk while you're playing. Oh, hang on. I still have the... These look like traps, but they're gold. I can turn that off as soon as I have a spare moment thing. Actually, didn't they change, This is a mod that makes it easier to remember what's going on when you play as Monk. Just changes, Yeah, I still don't understand how the counting you back in stuff works. Anyway, when you play as Monk, you're not allowed to pick up gold, and so there's a mod that makes the gold look like a trap to remind you. Which is nice. This stuff's not bad. They're all pretty good, in fact. Anyway, if you haven't watched any of the other Crypt of the Necrodancer videos, and you don't know what this game is, like, you have some you can watch if you want, but, you know, it's a roguelike, so you're, as you can see, moving around on a grid, your character collecting cool equipment, fighting monsters and stuff. This one's kind of cool twist is that you're playing to a beat. You have to move, well, you don't have to, but you usually wish to move once per beat, because whether you do or not, that's how often the enemies move. And there are other rewards for... the tempo! For moving with the beat, right? You get a coin multiplier for playing on the beat. And you can, sometimes you might choose to miss a beat to skip a turn when moving is not profitable. It costs you your beat multiplier though, and so it's nice not to do. And you end up, if you play this game a lot, you get in the habit of like, it's impossible to intentionally skip a turn. Better players than me, I'm sure, can do it, but I'm like, you know, I feel the beat in my veins, right? How could I not dance? So the Ring of War is the main thing I want here. The Blood Dagger would have been fine, but given that I picked up a Titanium Dagger, I think I'd rather just keep that than... You know, Titanium Dagger does more damage, Blood Dagger heals you. Not a big difference either way, I think. They're both fine. I expect I'll find another better weapon sooner or later. I don't really play the daily for score. Oh, did I? No, those are real traps. That wasn't gold. Don't really play... Whoa, wait, what? Oh, I have the Ring of War. That's 3 damage. Okay, that's actually a great reason to have not switched to the Blood Dagger. Is the Ring of War is increasing my damage by 1, which for the Titanium Dagger means instead of doing 2 damage, I'm doing 3. And that's how much you need to break open boxes, barrels, and the like. Which, I mean, I have some bombs. I could blow them up if I needed to. Well, I want both of these. Gonna take this first? No, let's just... I don't want to have to backtrack. What was I talking about? Being able to open boxes and barrels is important because they have goodies in them. And you can use bombs on it, but, you know, bombs are limited. So if you can find a... Where am I going? I guess down here. If you can find a renewable way to open barrels and boxes by having three damage attacks or a spell or something that opens them, like Fireball, it's kind of nice. Can't quite find the right time to get in on that, but there it is. I think that's it. We can leave, right? Yeah, not much else to do here. Terrible timing. Way more food than I can carry, huh? Eat the carrot at least. I guess I'll bring a heart transplant with me. Help with death metal or something. Speaking of fireballs, here we have a fireball. So spells recharge every few kills. You should see a number on the spell itself in the top right. That's how many more kills I have to... How many more enemies I have to kill. Whoops. Shoot. I have the freeze charm, so instead of taking damage, I just spent the freeze charm, but I'd just rather not have spent the freeze charm there. Yeah, that's what I want to carry with me. Why is there ice here? Oh, I guess because of my freeze charm, huh? That was water and it got turned to ice. Because there's not normally ice on these worlds. Okay, that, I just couldn't figure out the right way to solve the problem there. I was like, that move is getting me hurt, and I didn't have the mental bandwidth to figure out a better solution. Come on, over here, dude. Not a very good start to the run. Could you open this up for me? Ah. How do I... There we go. Transmogrify the shovel, please? Oh, shovel courage is always a little scary. It's a perfectly fine item. It just makes you change the way you play, and I sometimes forget to do that. So, one of the things you do all the time in Necrodancer to stall for a turn without hurting your beat multiplier is you dig into a wall to kind of pass a turn. Is something over here? Nice. And you can't... With the Shovel of Courage, when you dig into a wall, you still move. It is death metal. So I've used the... heart transplant to give me, I don't know, 12 seconds or 15 seconds or whatever where I'm allowed to move without paying attention to the beat. Which helps with someone as fast as that damn guy. Whoops. I have to heal, not... So that is why I brought the heart transplant. When I take it, I often, finish the run without ever having had a chance to use it, so... having it show up... having it be useful for death metal so early was nice. No thanks, I guess? Actually, I like the Titanium Shovel a lot more. Shovel of Courage is too difficult to use. So these two shovels both open the same... strengths of walls. But Titanium Shovel does it without moving you forward, where Shovel of Courage moves you forward and makes you invincible for the turn. And they're both, I think, perfectly good. Titanium Shovel is just more like all the other shovels you usually play with. Can someone get over here, please? Okay, so with Boots of Leaping, you can move 2 squares at a time. That's a power I don't trust myself with. Oops. So I usually turn those off. But they're still good to have. A, because you can turn them on if you need to. And B, because even if they're off, they stop you from getting bogged down in stuff like that tar or whatever. Or water. Already been to the shop. Oh, I haven't even healed up this damage I took, huh? I will take an obsidian dagger. And having the, let's see, this first, please. Having the Boots of Leaping there helped. It made it easier for me to go revisit the part of the level that I'd missed to get the extra loot before I finished up the level. I kind of wish I had a fireball, huh? Good enough. There we go. So obviously I could just leave once I find the exit and I've defeated the boss of a level. I don't know. Like, strategically, it probably doesn't make a big difference either way. Like, I have enough gear here that I shouldn't have too much trouble winning the game. It doesn't take much. Kind of a sad miss. Wow, titanium bow? I guess that's better than an obsidian dagger. Never have to see an enemy again. But sticking around to loot, like, offers you the chance to get better loot. Also, if you cared about score, you could pick up some more gold. And in this occasion, I did get some very nice loot. Titanium, you don't get bows very often. There is always the danger that by spending more time on a level, you wander into something that accidentally, like, kills you. You'd sort of like to imagine that you're good enough that you're not going to get killed, but if you assume that, like, you're so good nothing could possibly kill you, then you don't really need to go looting for more items, right? So you have to figure out... So I'll just eat this carrot. There's, like, you know, a trade-off of, like, increased risk of dying immediately, but... Okay, that was badly done. Should have used a freeze there. But also, I don't know, so... You just have to figure out where you are in terms of current strength and the risk of something stupid like that happening, where that guy would have gotten me if I hadn't had the Boots of Leaping available. Don't think I really need the monocle. Ring of Courage is a spooky one. Obviously, the cookies are an improvement on my current setup, but I don't really care that much. I'll just save my money. This guy was added in the expansion. He's the only voice track in the game that I'm aware of. Doesn't last very long most of the time. I had to kill him slowly to make sure you guys even got a chance to hear him at all. But if you ever like read the lyrics, they're fun. So this is the kind of hot and cold World 3, right? There's, you know, 2 different soundtracks, depending on whether you're on a warm square or a cold one. Ooh, didn't notice that. I mean, yes, the Luminous Torch is an improvement, but the gain there is very small, and the risk of death is not insignificant. Don't really need Earth. I'm just gonna get out of here, I guess. Can't trick me, you dang monkey. Don't need any of this. Shovel strength would also be a mild improvement, but again, not really necessary. Battle shovel? That is a strict improvement, I guess. It digs just as well as the titanium shovel, but also gives you another bonus that right after digging, your attacks are stronger. Almost got me on that one. Almost jumped into the little blob's path. Like that. I should be using my freeze spell more here. Or, I don't know. All that stuff would improve my odds of winning the tiniest amount, but I really don't see myself losing here, so I'll just save the money. If I were really playing for score, at some point I would be killing the shopkeeper to get the oops. Helm of Greed, I think is called. There's an item you get for killing the shopkeeper. You can't ever go to a shop again. There's nothing in shops. You do get the stuff at his current shop free if you kill him, so that's a nice benefit. But if you're like aiming for a high score, the bigger benefit is that he also drops the Helm of Greed, which doubles all gold drops, but penalizes you, I think, 1 gold a turn? And it turns out, you know, most of the time, you're getting more than 1 gold per turn So doubling that is worth more by quite a bit than the 1 gold per turn penalty. Does it really matter? What am I missing? Helmets, I guess? Okay, not bad. One-shot that guy, right? Okay, this guy's a little bit of a nuisance to handle with a long-range knockback effect, I guess. So you need to get them adjacent to you so that they'll parry properly, which is the only time they're actually vulnerable. I mean, not the only time you can like freeze them or whatever, but the easiest, most straightforward way. I don't have a lucky charm, huh? Alright, easy enough. Usually there are more black bats. Why am I getting blue bats in 2 different bat enclosures in Zone 4? The black bats are substantially more difficult. Like this guy that we just killed with the black bat. Those big groups of blue ones, I don't know, I just don't expect them. I don't know why I'm even looking at shops anymore. I mean, I guess I could... Oops. Missed the beat. There goes my thing. There you go. Just for you guys. Taking the Helm of Greed. I haven't done this in quite a long time. God. Fight me like a normal guy, please. Oh, I don't know what to say now. Like, in each of the game's zones, every 3 levels of the zone, there's like, I mean, every level has a different soundtrack, obviously. I don't know if it's obvious. Oh, right, nothing in the shops anymore. Okay, I really don't like that dragon. But also, the pace of the soundtrack increases over the 3 levels in the zone. This is the 3rd level in Zone 4, so I'm having to play a little bit faster than I was on previous levels. Sorry, dude. Which makes it a little harder to think. Gold there. Leave me alone, you weirdos. Don't need to go to that shop. green circle on the left is a glass shop that'll sell you glass items. No thank you. Nothing in the shop, don't bother looking. I'm also gonna have to fight the ghost of the shopkeeper later. I think it's usually sometime in the next zone. So I'm not totally sure, but I think it would be like the beginning of zone 5, right? Can't get those gold. Those gold. Those gold pieces, maybe? Oh, you know what? Also, if I were a good player, I would be blowing up the shops. I only have 7 bombs, huh? Still, that's where a bunch of the money is to be made. Right? Just 100 gold lying there. Kind of a lot of work to get that guy cornered. Hate all those bats. They were unleashed by this goblin guy on the left who went and dug them up when he has like a shovel, you can see. And he's sleeping. And if you move near him, he wakes up and starts digging out the walls if you don't kill him quickly enough. So he's why there was all that shit near the edge of the level. Okay, I'll see you later, dude. King Konga. What a fun guy. His gimmick is that you actually skip beats. Bummed to get hit there. But not a big deal. Okay, that's the ghost of the shopkeeper we hear. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Shop must be fairly far south this level then. Ooh, it's a bunch of money actually. Because that helm's main effect, sort of, is to make you immune to explosions and also make your bombs go off in 1 turn instead of 3, so you can use bombs like panic buttons. But it also comes with 3 bombs when you pick it up, so even if you don't really want that other effect, you can have 3 bombs, which is like $300 if you got the Helm of Greed. A lot of skeleton heads, which I guess a normal person would call skulls. quartz armor, which we've been wearing since the beginning of the game, is not really the strongest armor. But it's fine, especially if you have a source of healing. And in some senses, it is pretty strong. Hey, I didn't miss that beat. Get out of here. So most of the armor in the game is like something that reduces. I mean, quartz armor, I guess, qualifies as well. It reduces the amount of damage you take from each attack. Most armor, this is a flat thing. Like leather armor is the weakest. It reduces damage by half a heart for each hit. And then there's like chainmail reduces it by 1 heart. All of these do it. You can't reduce damage below half a heart. So that's like the bare minimum a hit can do if it hurts you. Then there's plate armor that reduces it by 1.5 hearts, and the rare heavy plate that reduces it by 2. All of them, again, of course, can only reduce it to 0.5. Quartz armor was added in the expansion, I believe, and it's a different effect. It reduces damage to 1 heart. Obviously, if you were going to take 0.5, it doesn't increase it to 1. But it, regardless of how much it was hitting you for, damage is reduced to exactly 1. So when you have 7 hearts to play with, and a regular source of healing, that's plenty. You don't get hit very often if you're any good. So I don't really need damage reduced by 2, right? I just need, like, not to get, whoop. I didn't notice that trap. I don't usually step on it, but, I mean, it's fine. It just makes you take off all your equipment. Anyway, I just need to not get, like, one shot when I get into a really bad situation. So something that reduces damage at all is fine. Whether it reduces it to 1 or to 0.5 doesn't matter that much. Okay, and here we are in level 3 of Zone 5, the fastest one. And the one that's the new theme song, if you're playing with the expansion on. Or, not the theme song, but like, what used to play when the game was loading. There's a somewhat recent, big patch. I gotta use all my bombs here, huh? That improved a number of things. I say recent, it was months ago now. But considering how old this game is, that's pretty recent. Patch that improved a number of things, including that it just loads way faster. So they don't really have music on the loading screen anymore. But this, for a long time, music is what played on the loading screen if you had the expansion. I think it was 1.3 that played on the loading screen pre-expansion. Both still absolute bangers. Okay, I guess we'll get out of here, huh? Catch this one zombie on the way back, maybe? Yep. And on to Dead Ringer.
Dead Ringer.
And then the Necrodancer. What? I already banged that one, you weirdo. Nice. I don't often perfect Dead Ringer.
The Necrodancer.
I usually mess something up in there. A good player would know how to fight the Necrodancer without doing all the silly stepping on bomb stuff. But I am not a good player, so... yeah, this is a mess. Probably should be just fine. Okay, I'm not gonna try and track him down while I'm so like. There we go. You have to track him down with Cadence. You can't use Dorian. Or is his name Dorian? It is, right? Because only Cadence has the golden loot. It's the only thing that can harm the Necrodancer. Alright, pretty good Necrodancer fight. Solid run, I think. Higher score than I usually get, since I don't usually bother with the Helm of Greed. How are we doing today? Number 5. Very good-ish. Yeah, I mean, can't complain. Flotsam Animal. It's not how you spell flotsam, right? What is that all about? Anyway, I don't know how much like people still play Necrodancer. I just appreciate that it exists still. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. 77 people have played today. And we're number 5, so it can't be too mad. Yeah, I guess that's all I had to say about this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.